Now, our mission is really just to help you as a daycare raise successful children. And that's all that we're about. Now, amazing children basically means that children are born amazing. They have so many latent skills that they can just unwrap and produce, and we have to help them to reach their potential. And if we can do this, they will be intelligent, they'll be healthy and successful in life, and help to build a wonderful society and economy, and help bring Arusha and Tanzania forward. Now, for this to work, children need to learn some core life skills. And we do not mean mathematics or English or something, but very basic things like curiosity. Because a curious child will want to discover things and want to learn and understand things. But before we give them information, we must help them want to know. And you might know this from experience as well, but all the things that you have learned, like riding a motorcycle, cooking, are things that you have learned hands-on because you wanted to or because you needed to, and not because somebody was talking to you about it. Once children are curious, they need the skill to research, how to ask questions, where to find answers, how to read and understand them. Because a curious child who wants to know something will invest the energy to find the answer. We just have to help him how he or she can do this. The next core skill is creativity. Because creative children will find better ways to find answers for something, better solutions, and have more options in life. A creative person, in times of distress where they have a challenge that they need to solve, will find many options and can pick a very good one. Without creativity, they will not see all the options that they have and will probably not pick the best. Now that they're creative, curious, and know how to do research, they must learn how to learn. Because this is a skill in itself which has just been improving over the last 100 years, and we have so much research that tells us how people learn that the kids must understand for themselves. The most important thing, for example, is to do things hands-on. Try them, fail, experience, improve, try again, get assistance, try again. And these skills, how they can learn, will help them become successful, also in school and in things like mathematics and English. The next core skill is critical thinking. Because if a child asks themselves, if I scratch myself, I bleed. Why does that happen? And why does the blood stop? It will find many answers, possibly from people who always have answers but don't know the truth, or from people who have guesses. And a child who is critical learns how to tell and weigh the options, which answers make sense, and which ones are just politely, yes, thank you for that, but it's not what they need. Critical thinking is essential for the child to become successful, to grow into what it's going to become someday. Now the next one is a soft skill, but it's extremely important, giving the child core values like charity, joy, just the values that make it a precious member of our community, helping each other. These values will guide it throughout life and help it to work both with happy and sad situations, success and failure. And with these values also come very important social skills. Because no matter how good or bad you are at school topics, many things in life depend on social skills. If you are the right person in the right place and you know how to talk to people and ask the right questions, you will probably be the one that gets the job and not the one that's smarter than you. And the truth is, social skills are so important in the whole package, and we also need to foster this. Autonomy is probably a surprising one on this list, but autonomy means that the child can actually stand up for themselves and think for themselves and be responsible for what they do. If they do something wrong, they can correct it because they can carry the burden of what they broke. And if they do something wrong, right, they will get the praise for it. And they will feel like they are empowered for their life. And that is really important because only this way can they move forward and grow into something that is possibly beyond what their parents could have even imagined. because the last critical skill is the passion to dream. The children of today in Tanzania, especially the ones coming from a poor background, have a very difficult start. If they want to become something bigger, let's say a doctor or an engineer or a software programmer, they must have big dreams and they must follow them. And it's much harder for children from poor backgrounds than from children who come from wealthy families with a big network. And so that these children can do it because they can, they will still need to really, really, really invest their time and passion and energy. And for this, they need the vision and the dreams that they will follow. If you'd like to know more about these core skills, we've described them more on the website on schoolsys.org/children. You can also scan the QR code to read more about it. Now, how can a daycare foster these skills? Because of course, this is so important, and in many ways it's more important than mathematics or English, because without these skills, learning mathematics and English is very difficult. With these skills, mathematics and English are just another thing that we know about. Educators in Europe, Switzerland, and all over the world have discovered that children who have these skills will learn everything so much faster that it's better to teach them these skills while teaching them numbers and English and mathematics and Swahili. And they will still know 5 to 10 times more every year than if we start by cramming English or mathematics. So amazing daycares teach by experience. They let the children try things, discover things, and feel the truth. They are fun and engaging so that children continuously are always active doing something and enjoying what they do. Children learn very quickly without even knowing that they are learning because it's so much fun. Amazing daycares teach the core life skills in English and Swahili because educators have discovered that it's really important that a child is very, very good at their own mother tongue before they learn other languages. So for us, it's very important that we don't just focus on English, but also on Swahili, because together the child will have a much richer experience and become much, much smarter. And an amazing daycare will prepare children for the future. This too is described in more detail on schoolsys.org/daycare. You can again scan the QR code to go there. Now, of course, this sounds very glorious, but we do know that there are some big challenges. For example, we know that most teachers in Tanzania are simply not used to this modern way of teaching. In most European countries, in Switzerland, this has been the standard for 30, 40 years. And this is why European children learn so much more quickly, and they don't even feel like it's difficult. Another challenge, of course, is that learning materials are expensive, and that with very small children, you may be very absorbed with taking care of them, bringing them to the bathroom and things like that. But we've discovered that applying the Swiss school system solves these problems in amazing ways. For example, teaching the children autonomy so that they are responsible for themselves as a real value means that they will go to the toilet and flush and wash their hands and do everything without help of grown-ups, because we actively teach them this.